Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you from Helling Stadium, where tonight the Ellwood City Wolverines are hosting the New Brighton Tigers. Just a kind of a crosstown matchup. This is, wouldn't call it really a rivalry, but we're two neighboring school districts. New Brighton just 14 miles away down the road, so it's nice to have these, not like last week where we drove an hour and 20 minutes to get to a game. But nonetheless, we got things to take care of here tonight. The Wolverines, a tough game that they played last week. They're coming in to this week two in this early season with a record of 0-2. This will be their first conference game of the year with these New Brighton Tigers. Last week, the Wolverines falling to Sarah Catholic, two pretty well evenly matched teams into that contest. The Wolverines just kind of ran out of gas there in that third and fourth quarter, but did see some positive things. Had a 100-yard rusher in Tyler Powell, and just some running getting done. There were some passes completed. So although it was a loss, I think there were some positive things to come out of that game because, quite frankly, after Beaver Falls, not a whole lot could be said after that game. New Brighton coming into the contest 2-0. Pretty high-powered offense. They can put up a lot of points. Pretty strong in the passing game. You'll want to watch their quarterback, Gabe Haddix, or Jackson Hall, beg your pardon, Jackson Hall, and wide receiver Jake Francona. Jake, a senior, we saw him play last year. He kind of tore our secondary part last year. New Brighton, a team that, if we think back to last year, ended up being a lot better than what we thought they were going to be. And I think they're going to build on that this year and be very well. I guess we didn't say my name. My name is Thad Sturgeon, alongside Brad Windhorst, producer Brad Windhorst. How was your week, Brad?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was busy. I know at our school we're finally going all Google-based platform and everything, and I'm that guy. I'm that tech guy for Google, so they plugged me in there, and I've been working pretty hard on stuff. And I think our second week of school for us officially at the CTC went pretty well. But talking about New Brighton, last year they went 5-5, a 500 record. Not the season maybe on paper that you would want, but 5-5 in this conference when you are 4-3 in conference play gets you into the playoffs. Unfortunately, they lost in the first round of the playoffs, so they finished their season 5-6 last year. But a lot of returners coming back, like that Jackson Hall, like Francona, and then also the running back. So all three skill positions are coming back. They're going to be dominant. You know they're going to go 4 wide all night long. They may not throw every time, but they're going to go 4 wide, spread everybody out. It's either going to be a jet sweep, hand off to the wide receiver in motion. It's either going to be the running back right up the middle, like with a draw, or they're going to throw over top. Francona, the wide receiver, his average per catch is like 27 yards, so they love to just bomb it. So who knows? Maybe we can defend a couple plays and make it a long 3rd and 10, and who knows what will happen.
And I expect we'll see, just from what we saw in previous weeks on New Brighton on film, not a lot of huddle.
Right.
I think it's not a hurry-up offense, if you will, but they kind of get their package in there, and then they kind of see what the defense has, and then they run out of that base offense, for lack of a better word.
And these kids are smart. You know what they're doing. You know what these coaches are doing. They're scripting the first 10, 15 plays of this game. They're going to say, here's our first drive. Here's our first 3 plays. If we get a first down, here's the next set of 3 plays. So you know they script these first drives. That will set the tone. If we can move the ball, kind of possess the game, possess the ball like we did last week, but finish drives, you never know what can happen.
And I want to get on that, Brad, about I'm sure you're going to have some keys for the game coming up here.
Right.
And we didn't talk about this before, but one of my keys is finish drives. We had the ball 2 times inside the 15-yard line last week and wasn't able to turn it into no points at all.
Huge momentum changes.
Huge momentum change. One time was the luxury of a short field on a muff fumble. You have to capitalize on a short field, and along with that, capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
Right.
So we saw some balls last week that maybe could have been intercepted. They were quick get-me plays, but those are the kind of plays that that make a team 1-1 instead of 0-2.
Right.
So if we can see them, finish some drives.
We were just talking to Mr. Frank Keeley. He works with the junior high team. We were talking about the junior high team and what they've got and whatnot. And then we also talked about what a great stadium this is and what great weather we have for football.
It is beautiful.
On your screen, you'll see it's 73 degrees, a very, very light wind that is going about northwest. No chance of rain. That's what we love to hear. And
yes,
I tell you what,
sure.
I can't think of any previous season that I've been doing stats for 9 years that we have not, knock on wood, had rain in the first 3 games. So that's
right.
insane.
Right.
Talking about those keys to success, you can see them on your screen right now. New Brighton, definitely the passing game. We said it. Wide receiver core. They don't have just one. They have multiple wide receivers who can catch. And then obviously the offensive line blocking-wise. For Ellwood City, offensive line and defensive line. There is a brand new left guard for an injured player that hopefully will come back the following week, but we got a new starter on the left guard area. I believe it's going to be Anthony Baird. So they're going to be tried right off the bat. Also, the running game. We established the running game last week. Tyler Powell went over 126 yards, looked pretty good, so maybe we can repeat that.
And I think one of the things about that running game is if you went back and watched last week, some of them runs were over left guard. Right guard. We had some sweeps in there.
Right.
So they kind of adjusting to what that defense gave them, and then they made it work from there.
Right.
It wasn't same play, belly red 33 up the middle, and every time that was it. This was just doing it in different ways.
Right.
And I think that could be pretty important as well.
And I'm waiting for that moment where we go downfield with our passes instead of these short little passes. But if you just saw on your screen, it looks like New Brighton, I believe, won the coin toss. They are going to receive. So, if we can hold this team in this first half, we get the ball in the second half. I'd rather have the ball in the second half. That way, if you need to make adjustments, if you're behind, you can make the adjustments. You get the ball first. I like that.
Right.
And then obviously our annual handshake at the 50-yard line. Between the New Brighton Lions and the Ellwood City Wolverines. I like that. That's something different. It makes it a little something different. I'm kind of glad.
It keeps upper management happy.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that they do it now instead of maybe a little bit later on. So
right.
we'll see what happens.
Exactly. But Coach Joe LaMenza down there in the sidelines, first-year coach here at Ellwood City. Talked earlier in the season about his other coaching stints. So I know he's really anxious to want to get that first win under his belt as Ellwood City head coach. Along with him, assistant coaches Jeff Fodia, Wally Gagrick, Dave Gayhart, Ronnie Grimes, Tom Heckendorn. Zoom in on Tom Heckendorn down there. I think he's up in his mid to upper 80s. When you get that old, you don't need to be exact. He's just up there, but he's out there on the sidelines tonight. And there's Frank Keeley, Alan Marshall McCormick working with the junior high. Javon Moody. Back again from last year, so we're great to with our coaching staff and the hard work that they put in throughout the year. Now we're soon ready for kickoff. Yep, I think we're real close ready for kickoff.
And just to patch in real quick, if right now we've got green on our screen, we've got a good stream. If the stream does by chance fall out, it will come back. We also are recording this, so you can always catch the replay.
Exactly. Technology is not always. Sometimes that gets out of our control. Here's a run up and the kick, high end over end kick, taken on the bounce there by number 10 at the 20-yard line. Breaking out the right side, he's up to the 30, 35, makes a man hit him. That was number 27, bringing him down, Anthony Spadafora. And that's going to be took that ball to the 20-yard line, so about a 19-yard return, bringing the ball out to the 39-yard line. That was number 10, Xavier JoJo Reynolds, on the return. So Wolverine out on defense. A couple people out tonight is Caden McClymans with an injury, along with Zach Gatto. We see him returning the ball quite a bit, as well as Joe Begley, a starter junior there on the line. So
the nice thing is all three are expected to come back next week. So
great. So I formate back, looking down the field, passed out there, covered there nicely by number 10. Carter Lutz, but not after an 8-yard gain.
pass was caught by number 3, Irving. Mandel Irving.
Mandel Irving on the reception. Carter Lutz making a statement here early in this season. Seen him in that defensive backfield coming up and making stops like that quite a bit. So Jackson Hall, handoff there. Makes shake and bake there to the left. Hit there. Initial contact was by number 50, Andy Vrabel. We'll see him playing on both sides of the ball tonight. So I think that he needed 3, and they're moving to 6. That is enough for the first down. Brought the ball out just right at midfield at the 50-yard line. The ball carrier that time, Brad?
Ball carrier was number 1. The butcher's name. Nisant.
We're just going to call him
Green. I've heard it. I've been practicing it. Unfortunately, it just lost my mind.
About a 5-man front here for the Wolverines. Back to pass, number 12. He's hit there by number 44, Storm Chambers. And those are the big plays that we want to see. Senior Storm Chambers in there. Hall was back to pass. Looked for a quick pass. It wasn't there. And there was Storm right there in his face. That's a 5-yard loss on the play. So that brings up a 2nd and 15.
I tell you what, to be honest, that may have been the first time we've seen the Wolverines in the backfield all year.
I was trying to find a way to say it too. We've just not seen them put a lot of pressure on there, and that time they did. So bring up a 2nd and 15. Hall sends a man in motion. He's back to pass, rolling out to his right. Here comes Storm again, chasing pursuit, going deep down the field to number 9. Oh, he dropped it. Number 9, Jake Francona. We talked about him in pregame. As he rolled around, he got behind the defensive backfield for the Wolverines and just got one hand on the ball, was not able to get it in.
We'll chalk that up to nice luck there, because I tell you what, we just said it. 3rd and 15. Here we go.
Well, and you can tell that this Hall and Francona have been playing a while
yeah,
together.
You can tell they're on page.
He came around and he was motioning them where to go and what to do. And one more step, and he had green grass in front of him. But nonetheless, ball falls incomplete. 3rd and 15. Quick pass out there to Francona, rolling around the right side. Stop there. Way to stay home, guys. Way to stay home. There's Storm Chambers once again. Along with, was that Spatafor out there too?
That was Spatafor.
Young Spatafor making a mark here. He's just I think he's just a sophomore, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yep, sophomore.
Yep, sophomore.
So that was key. 3 and out.
That was huge.
That was a key.
Huge.
3 and out here for the Wolverines to start off this game. New Brighton punting from their 46-yard line. We probably have some tremendous sun glare right now, and there's not much we can do about that. Time is on our side.
Give it 20 minutes.
Will go down. But back to punt. Who's back to receive?
Back to receive is number 14, Ashton Wilson. Kicking was number 22.
The ball falls and goes dead there at the 20-yard line. So Wolverines taking over after the 3 and out by New Brighton at their own 20-yard line. Coming out there, Benjamin Bobbert. He got him in there as on the line. Young Spatafor is out there, probably in the wide-out position. Number 53, Cameron Reynolds, under center. Okay, up under center is Gibbons. Handoff there to the left of Tyler Powell. Makes first man miss. Wraps him up. Made something out of nothing there, did young Tyler Powell. Going to give him about 4 on the play.
You all probably heard me just go, ooh. He had one cut there, and he almost had that one broke.
Yes, he did. He cut that back. And there was that initial hole there for him to get into. So positive things happening here early in this game. Spatafor down here near side left. 2 wide outs to the right. Gibbons in the shotgun. Sends Storm in motion. Settles in there. Hand off to Powell. Drops his head. Moves his way forward. Going to pick up about 3 on that play. So going to be a 3rd 3rd and probably 3, we'll call it. So, big 3rd down here early in this game. That's something we've not seen a lot of.
So 3rd and 3, we go to that pistol. This is where you open up the playbook where you could do a quick little dump pass. And there it is.
That's what they're doing.
There it is.
Thrown out there.
Good play.
Number 14. He's got enough for the first down. That was Ashton Wilson on that reception. Needed 3, got 4. That's a first down for the Wolverines. Ball now on their own 31-yard line. I mean, something kind of maybe we've got a little trend here. Positive yardage.
Right.
Not big plays, but maybe a little confidence here. We got the first down.
I think we came into this season expecting small plays, not small chunk plays, nothing big and dramatic, but move the ball and you keep moving.
Your possession that clock.
Right. Positive plays makes all the difference.
Right. So 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left in his shotgun. That was number 6. There's Tyler Powell again.
Good turn.
I tell you what, he's not getting give that left side of the line credit because he didn't get touched till he had gained probably 3 or 4 yards on that particular play. Give him 6 on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. So ball now on the 38-yard line.
And this is exactly what we saw at the beginning of the game, or that 2nd quarter against Sarah Catholic. They were able to get short little 6-7 yard plays.
Sending Ashton in motion. Hand off to Powell. Not much there. Not much there. Got hit from the backside by big number 55, Alex Mintner, 5'10", 220 pounds. Really no gain on the play. Maybe gave him a yard on that. So bringing up a 3rd down and 4. Coming up under center this time is Gibbons. Back, he's rolling out to his right to pass. There's that pass to Storm.
Chambers.
Makes the first man miss. Up that right side he goes. He's at the 50.
Perfect play.
48, down to the 48-yard line. Picked up about 14 yards on that pass play. And we're seeing him utilize Storm Chambers out of that backfield. Gibbons can roll out to that side and find Storm there. We saw that a couple times last week. We saw it here again tonight. Hey, the Wolverines are 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions tonight.
Awesome.
So now ball inside New Brighton territory. Ball resting about that 47-48 yard line. We got timeout. Timeout for the Wolverines. Something Mary wanted to talk about. So we can take a timeout too, Brad?
Yeah, we'll take a timeout.
Right.
We'll come back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Wolverines here, 1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line in New Brighton territory. So 6 plays on this drive. This will be the 7th play. Started the ball on the 20-yard line, so moving the ball nicely. Gibbons handoff there to Tyler Powell. He's balled it up pretty quick there. Was 2nd and 9. So that's going to bring up 2nd down, gain of 1 on the play for Powell. Not sure who got the tackle on that when we try to get them when we can. Big number 63 in the middle there. He's for New Brighton, 5'10", 315 pounds. Big boy in the middle. Little end around reverse. They sniffed that one out. Nothing there. Loss of yardage. In that backfield was number 1, Green, and number 5 was back in there too, Rocco Bately. So trying a little trickery there with the reverse, and loss of 5 on the play. Ball now on the 47-yard line. Going to bring up a third and, what do you call that, 15?
Yep, 3rd and 15.
So we got 10 seconds on the play clock, and they're just leaving the huddle. 4. Got the play off. Gibbons back to pass. Under pressure right side. He throws down there. Nobody home. Overshot over O'Brien on that play. So, going to bring up 4th down. Ball on the Ellwood City 47-yard line. So, punting situation here for the Wolverines.
Our number 3, they're still 10 yards off, and maybe get a wide stick, might be open.
So, punting formation.
I didn't. I mean, it didn't look like Ashton got more across the field.
Back to receive for New Brighton at their 25-yard line. Spiral, good punt, driving him back to number 10, taking there about the 18-yard line. Made the first man miss, cutting up the middle there now. Weaving, dying his way through. He's up to the 40, 45, still on his feet, all the way back out to the 49-yard line. That was number 10, Xavier Reynolds. Am I right, Brad?
Yep.
That was about a 32-yard return for them. So, you kind of thought you might have them field position pinned back in there. And first man down there, valiant effort, but missed. And then he just kind of weaved his way through. Nothing fancy. Just.
And I would also add, I don't think it's not very good that your punter is making the tackle.
That's not the way the playbook's drawn up. 3:58 to go here. There's a run up the middle. Almost went fumble. There's a fumble on the ground. I think Spatafor jumped on that ball. Did he not?
I believe Spatafor did jump on it, but who knows? We'll see here.
You know, the would-be runner almost looked like he was down at the line of scrimmage. Knee wasn't on the ground. Drove his way forward. We're waiting to see here.
I see Spatafor. I flat out see Spatafor first down on the field.
That's not the way they saw it.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, fumble, but it was recovered by New Brighton. So that's a 6-yard gain.
One of the perks is having some replay.
We got replay. He was on it. Okay, 2nd and 4. Ball on the 44-yard line. There's a handoff to number 1 again. Weaving his way through. Taken down there from behind.
I believe by number 23
Tyler Powell. But not after about a 9-yard run by Green. Green stands 6'2", and he runs high. I mean, he don't really get down real low. Have you noticed that, Brad?
Yep.
But he almost just like them long strides, just stepping over people. So ball now on the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, New Brighton. Their second possession of the game. Fast-moving first period here, just under 3 minutes left to go. In the shotgun. There's a handoff, shake and bake to the right. Got some running room.
Back, number 3.
Number 3, all the way down to the 16-yard line. That was Irving on that. We're going to give him 20 yards on that run. Pushed out of bounds there. But kind of just a nifty, when he went to run up the middle, nothing there. Went to the right. Kept finding his way going. Tiptoed down the sideline. Storm Chambers was there along with Spatafor to get him out of bounds. So I apologize, folks. Got a little bit of a cold here. We're trying to limit the coughing into the microphone. Them great September colds. 2:33, 1st and 10, ball on a 19-yard line. New Brighton driving. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to pass. He's got his man right there, wide open. Was number 9, Jake Francona, for the 19-yard touchdown reception. And that was just a good old slant run. And that was just
Simple slant route right over the middle. Go 5 yards, slant into the goalpost to the post.
Yep,
and there's your touchdown.
There's really nobody even real close to him. So at 2:28, its score is 6-0. Extra point forthcoming. He waits the snap. Good hold. That kick is up and good. So with 2:28 to go in the first quarter, New Brighton draws first blood. The score 7-0. That drive really started with the nice nice punt return that brought the ball back to their 48-yard line. So 52-yard drive. Well, we have 4 or 5 plays there, Brad. I think they're running the ball a little bit more than what maybe we thought they
it's surprising. I thought they would be going 4 wide receiver and literally just throwing first, second down all as much as they want.
At the same time, they're doing that 4 wide receiver,
right,
or 3,
but they're pulling that wide receiver jet sweep. That previous play, number 3, Irving coming across. It's that jet sweep where they pull the wide receiver in motion, run across, quick little handoff, see what happens on the outside edge.
Right. So we were wondering who's going to be back to receive with Zach Gatto being out. We've been seeing him do a lot of return work. Tonight we got Ashton Wilson back there, who's done a nice job, and Carter Lutz. So 2 sophomores back here I think we got. Young team here, Wolverines. We've talked about that quite a bit.
Kicking off for the New Brighton is number 1, Green. Hopefully at halftime we'll figure out how to say his name correctly and properly for you. But
we'll find a new
for now,
Brighton
Green.
Stacks. We'll ask them. Run up in the kick, end over end kick. Taken there by Lutz at the 18-yard line. It's head of steam. Up the middle he goes. Hit hard there by number 44, Abercrombie. Andre Abercrombie. But a nice return there for Carter. He took that at the 20, and they're spotting it at the 37-yard line. So give him 17 yards on that return. So we're going to try this again on the offensive side. Had some momentum there in that first drive, and see if we can get something done here on the second. Gibbons under center. Handoff there to Powell. Tripped up in the backfield. No gain on the play. Number 28, Noah Steffen.
It seemed like a slow developing play. It seemed like the handoff was very, very slow off to number 23.
Tyler Powell, yes. Beautiful night here at the stadium. Just perfect, football weather. You kind of need a sweatshirt, kind of don't.
Beautiful weather. We finally got that cloud to kind of cover up the sun.
The clouds, so we can actually kind of see what we're doing now. 2nd and 11, ball on the 37-yard line. Gibbons, delayed handoff. Up 23, Tyler Powell again. We saw that work effective last week and picked up, maybe give him 2 on that play. Give him 3. Give him 3 on that play. Going to be now a 3rd down and 8. Stay tuned here. Just a minute 20 left to go here in this fast-moving first quarter. But at halftime, we'll have all the stats and out-of-town scores. Some other key matchups here with us. Okay, 3rd and 8. Gibbons in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Surveys. He has time. Pass. Oh! Drop there. Peyton O'Brien coming up the middle. Kind of took one off the shoulder pads there. So, ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th down and 8. And that was one of them times there that we saw Gibbons have time to survey the field. New Brighton, give them credit. I missed the replay, but they had things pretty well covered downfield.
Right, they did. They did. I think even if he caught that, there was somebody right behind him ready to tackle him. So,
yeah,
unfortunately,
I don't know if he would have got the first down or not. He was right there at the marker. Gibbons now to punt. High end fluttering punt. Taken there at the 28-yard line. He breaks the right, left, shake and bake. Makes the first couple miss. Next wave miss. He's up to the 50, the 45, 40, 35. He's got Gibbons 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, New Brighton. 3 phases to the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. And special teams was not there tonight. How far was that? 72 yards?
I'm getting 72 yards.
72 yards.
By number 10.
Xavier Reynolds with that huge, wow, talk about momentum. they had them pinned in there a couple times.
They did.
And we have the luxury of seeing replay. Like there's a 6-second delay, and then folks, you can always watch these games again. As soon as the game's over, it'll be put back up for the next 2 weeks. But 42 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Quick turn of events here.
Looks like we're waiting on. Okay,
we have
so
a personal foul against Ellwood City. There's another one.
So have have an idea that this personal foul is going to be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, I would expect.
So it's probably going to come from our own 45 because of 15 yards.
All right, so we're 13-0. Extra point forthcoming. There was a personal foul. I did not see it.
I didn't see it either, and they're saying personal foul, and they are going to assess it on the kickoff. So not only do you get the touchdown, but also now you kick it from the other team's 45.
Right. So, we got stoppage in play, whistle blown. Somebody
and now
moved.
on offsides. They're saying offsides Ellwood.
Offsides.
So
yeah, Ellwood City got a little excited there. Waits the extra point. Here comes the snap. Ball's down. That kick is high, up.
It looks good.
And it is good. So 42 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. The score, New Brighton 14, Ellwood City Wolverines 0. We'll be right back. Quick timeout.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by EllwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Ellwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Ellwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks, in the final moments here of the first quarter here from Helling Stadium, where the New Brighton Tigers are leading 14-0. Kickoff here. We're going to have from the 40-yard line. And with the 15-yard personal foul on the scoring play by the Wolverines, now they're going to be kicking off from the Ellwood City 45-yard line.
I'll never understand it. I know everybody knows 15 yards. I'm not sure why they have to show the mark off when they do that.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but at the same time, just go to 45.
So back to receive is Wilson and Carter. Lutz, end over end kick, and they're going to let that go right out of the end zone for a touchback.
You know what I'm surprised they didn't do there?
It's onside kick.
Yeah. I'm thinking, you got to.
Don't say that too loud. I think New Brighton coaches are to our left.
You are right.
So don't give them any ideas.
I'm really surprised they didn't pooch kick it or onside kick.
Right.
You kind of punched them right in the mouth right now. You push them down farther, but who knows? We get the ball. We get a drive going, score a touchdown. We try to get back in this.
We've converted some third downs.
Right.
We've done some things. We've thrown the ball, haven't tried taking the ball far. We're back. Okay, handoff there to Tyler Powell over that right side,
Good
driving
run.
them legs
Good
forward.
run.
Good run. Tyler's one of them kids. We've watched him play now here a couple games. He gets a little bit of a crease, a little bit of a hole, and he can find his way through there. He's maybe not like a power running back like we had with Rick Petrelli last year, but can maybe more like the Donovan Chambers was last year.
Right.
Tyler, just a junior.
Kind of looks like that's going to be our last play of the quarter.
Yes, it is. So, at the end of the first quarter, as we're winding down here, it's the Ellwood City Wolverines 0. They're trailing the New Brighton Tigers 14-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Starting the second quarter here after that fast-moving first quarter, where it was mostly, for the most part, mostly all New Brighton. A few of them big plays with the punt return. Wolverines have the ball on their 27-yard line, bringing up a 2nd down and 3 after that 7-yard run by Tyler Powell. Rodney Grimes, our center, is up over center. Alongside Cameron Reynolds on that line, under center. Gibbons, handoff there, eaten up there quickly by big number 51, George Hunter, for New Brighton. Not much gain there on the play. We're going to bring up, give him about a half a yard. So, going to bring up a 3rd down. They're still going to call it 3rd and 3. For the Wolverines. Got 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left, sidecar to the right. Back, Gibbons the pass. Quick pass there, out there to Ashton Wilson.
Good cut.
Good first cut. Man miss up to the 45-yard line.
And a
he
fumble,
fumbled the ball,
picked up by
number 22. He's down that right sidelines. 1 man there to slow him down. Oh, good googly moogly. The nice catch and go by Ashton Wilson. When Mitchell caught the ball at the 30, some yards after catch, 10 up to the 15-yard line, the ball came out, picked up by number 23, Kendra Williams, and he returned that ball all the way back down to the 18-yard line. So, tough break there for the Wolverines. Ashton Wilson had a nice head of steam moving forward. So, New Brighton back on offense. So I don't know why why are they running 25-second clock? It should be 40.
It should be 40 seconds. Oh,
hand off to the left is number 1, Green. He's on his way in for the touchdown for New Brighton. 17-yard run for Green over that left side. And I don't mean to be harsh, but he made it look easy, Brad.
Yes, he did.
Just basically untouched. No over pursuit there by the right defensive line of the Wolverines, and he just followed his way out to that left side. So 20-0 is the score. That's 2 scores now by New Brighton. We had a punt return, so that was 1 play on that possession. They return, they get the fumble, recovery, next play, touchdown. That kick, I think we're going to be a little short on this one. So he missed the extra point. So with 10:55 left to go in this second quarter, New Brighton 20, Ellwood City 0. Stay tuned here. Get to complete for our halftime show. We'll let you watch the Pride of Ellwood City, the Ellwood City Blue Band. We'll also have some halftime stats and out-of-town scores. Next week, don't forget where Ellwood City is home again, taking on the Shannick Lancers. Pretty high-powered offense again next week coming in. We'll see how they do tonight. They racked up a ton of points last week.
Yeah, you went
on Riverside.
You sent me a little article about their running back going off 250-something yards and 3 touchdowns. And that was against
76
Riverside.
76 yards. He had 327 all-purpose yards. But we got to take care of business here tonight. But next week is cheer night. I always want to throw that out there. There'll be a worldwide shortage of blue bows because there'll be about 90 girls on the sidelines next week with the blue and white bows in their hair. So come on out there, see the cheerleaders from Pee-wees all the way up to our high school, and see yourself a good football game as well. Here's a run up in the kick, end-over-end kick. It bounces, taken there by Carter Lutz at about the 14-yard line. Full head of steam ahead. Met there strongly. I believe that was number 28 on the tackle. Noah Stoffen. We've mentioned his name a couple times on special teams tonight. So, Wolverines, down 3 scores, but we're still got a lot of game. We got 10 minutes and 48 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, and I think we just need to have one of them drives, kind of like how we started the game. Just finish it.
By the way, anytime there's a stoppage of play it sets the 25 seconds. The only time it goes to 40 is if it's a running play
I understand.
and it's completed pass.
After I said that, I realized what happened.
Right.
Gibbons handoff to Powell, makes the
There we
first
go.
man miss up to that left side, hit there hard at the 40-yard line.
That free safety or safety that's in the middle of the field is watching where he goes, and wherever he goes, he's hitting him right. And that was number 3 on that tackle.
Irving.
He, the one that stepped up and hit him pretty hard.
He hit him pretty hard, too. But Tyler jumps up off the ground. Pick up
good
of
6 yards.
6. And I think we all would take that any day.
Right.
6 yards, 5-6 yards on first down. Makes a very manageable 2nd and 4, I formation. Wide left, right, handoff for Tyler Powell. Weaving his way through. Kind of had 1 yard, but fell his way forward. Going to be...
Looks like it should be a first down.
I think, yep, they did. First down for the Wolverines.
Tackle was by number 28, Noah Stoffen.
So that's good enough for Ellwood City. First down. 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Wide out to the left, to the right. There's that handoff.
Carter
Lutz
this time.
Not much room on there. Kind of ran up the back of one of his would-be linemen, number 74, Rodney Grimes. Rodney Grimes, the center, he's been played about every position on the line the last 3 years. Just a junior. I think he's lettered every year he's played so far. But real nice, good young kid. Hope these guys don't get mad. I call him kid, but I'm like over 45 now. So if you're in high school, you're a kid.
You make me feel like a kid at times too, so don't worry.
So, all right, Gibbons handoff to Powell. Really nothing, no running room there on that right side. I don't know. It seems like when they're running to that right side, you got the short side of the field, it's just getting bottled up.
They're trying to pull that guard, trying to pull the running back over, and it's just getting beat every single time, unfortunately.
Right, you got some big guys up front there. I mentioned number 55, Alex Mittner. He's 5'10", 220. That's a stout 220. On the other side, you got, is that 54? 44? 6'1", 210. Back to passes, Gibbons. Oh!
He got through it.
He got through it. Missed, first man missed. Running his right, hit hard there was Gibbons. That was number 22 coming up.
Yep, number 22.
Kendar Williams up with the hit. Give Gibbons credit there. He looked like he was going to be dead in the backfield. Kind of slipped his way out of there for positive yardage. We'll call it a Russian play. Quarterback picked up 4 on the play. Going to bring down a 4th down and 5. So, punting situation here for the Wolverines. 7:42 left to go.
Looks like we're going for it.
I think we are going for it.
Be careful for a trick here. You got 3 wideouts.
2 to the left, 1 to the right, short side right. Gibbons under center. Run to that right side. Oh, no. What was... That's a turnover on downs. So Gibbons took the ball, ran to the right, and there was literally no running room at all. So tackled for a loss, turnover on downs. I don't know if you want to call that play miscommunication.
I think it was a miscommunication. You saw there that head coach Lamenza took his headset off real quick and came out there. You could tell words were said there, so I have a feeling somebody did not know what was going on with that play.
Did not know what Y was doing. Nonetheless, New Brighton ball on the turnover on downs, ball on Ellwood's 47-yard line. Turnaround handoff there to number 7. New guy, Deshaun Harmon. Falls his way forward. Who got the tackle there, Brad?
Number 9.
Number 9 is Peyton O'Brien. Coming in from that kind of putting Peyton up almost in what you would be linebacker situation.
Yeah, he's that far linebacker.
We've seen him play the corner in other games here.
Right. I have a feeling a lot of these linebackers and DBs are going to be shuffled here and there because they're all very similar in size-wise.
So 2nd and 8, ball on the 45-yard line. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Behind him, handoff to number 44, driving his way forward and keep going as he brought down there by number 44, tackling number 44. Storm Chambers takes the ball down, first down yardage, down to the 32-yard line. So pick up a 13 there for Abercrombie. We've seen him playing on both sides of the ball tonight. So 1st and 10, ball now on the 32-yard line.
It's kind of interesting. I always like how that turns out where the handoff is the 44. And who makes the tackle?
Number
44. That's the.
So 6:14 left to go here in this second quarter. We've seen this formation before, 2 to the right, 1 to the left handoff. We had some false start there. So I think this will be New Brighton's first penalty of the night.
I believe so.
And really, there's not been many. We had that
No.
ill-advised personal foul there on the touchdown by New Brighton. Personal foul by the Wolverines. So we're going to bring this ball back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball's going to be on the 38-yard line.
Again, like we said, if you are having issues or any issues come about with the live stream, we are recording this game, so if there's any reason that it would drop out, we'll always put the replay back up on YouTube.
2 by 2 here, Coach.
So 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Quick pass out there to number 3. Makes the
He got
first
the
man
outside edge.
outside edge, the right side, all the way down
I think number 44.
to the 18. Storm Chambers there to stop him, not after a 20-yard pitch and goal on the catch. That was Irving on the catch, Brad?
Yeah, number 3. Number 3, Mandel Irving.
We thought we'd see more Francona, but he's taking the ball to Irving here tonight.
Right.
Although Francona did have the touchdown catch, but he's been kind of the go-to guy up to this point in the season. But we're kind of seeing a team like this is getting a couple different weapons. Handoff there to number 1. Long strides. That guy runs.
Very long strides.
Don't get real low when he runs, but just kind of takes them stop. So that was Green on the run. Ball down to, we'll call it the 11-yard line. He picked up 8 on that play. So 2nd and 11, New Brighton. Threatening here. Big number 44 in the backfield, Abercrombie. And the ball hands off to him.
Good
8 up there
play.
nicely by the interior line of the Wolverines. Leading the way there is the wild man, number 57, Noah Bunny. Getting up from the bottom of the pile. Andy Vrabel's in there too. So nice stop there. Going to push it to a 3rd down. Be 3rd and 3 for New Brighton. So big 3rd down play here for the Wolverines. Nice to get a stop here.
Huge. This, I have no doubt this is going to be 2-down territory, but
I
still.
would think. But just a quick slant to the right. Timeout. Timeout
Okay.
by New Brighton. Something there that didn't quite add up for them. They didn't like. So 3:41 left to go here. We'll just hang right here for a minute. Folks, if you're by the stadium at one of the home games, take a look and be sure to get one of the Ellwood City Wolverine programs. Want to say, I know Sam Teolis, the president of Football Boosters, put a ton of time into this. I should rephrase that. His lovely wife, Michelle. And Sam would tell you that his wife did a lot with that, too, as well as the rest of his board there for the Wolverines. Got just a beautiful, absolutely beautiful program, and you certainly got to give a shout-out to all the businesses that do that. I just got it here tonight. We got all the the cheerleaders with their own pages. I'm just looping through here right now, and you got to thank all the businesses that put money toward the program, and that money is given right back for the football boosters to use with the players. After that timeout, there's a handoff to number 1. Weaving, cutting his way through. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. He took that ball down to,
I believe it's going to be, they're going to call it the 4.
the 4-yard line. So going to bring up a 1st and goal. He needed a couple yards. He needed 3. Got about 5 on that play. But but certainly do appreciate all the businesses here in Ellwood City that support all, not just football, but all of the sports programs, band and choir throughout the year. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Shotgun handoff there to number 1. Driving, and I think he's going to be called short.
Right at the 1.
Right at the 1-yard line, going to come up the goal line. Green with the 3 yards there, bringing up a 2nd and goal. So we're going to call it at the 1-yard line. But wanted to say something, just a shout out there again. I said Sam Teolis with the boosters, and I wish I had tons of parents work with him to do things. They have their Thursday night dinners. We'll get back to that. 2nd and 1.
Quick little handoff to number 1.
Great
play by number 72.
Benjamin Bobbert. That is huge. Big fella Ben. So we got a 3rd down and 3. He was met there initially. Was that Green on the run again, but nothing that time. Ben Bobbert had said nothing doing. So we're on the 3-yard line. Get that 44 Abercrombie in the back. So
quick handoff to 3.
To 3.
Good sweep.
Means the cuts. Hit there, got into the end zone. Number 3, Irving on a 3-yard run on 3rd and goal, finds his way into the end zone. Kind of sweeped his way around there. And found his way into the end zone. So 26-0. Minute 36 left to go here in this half. On for the extra point, number 11, Haddix. He waits the snap. That kick is driving, doink off the left sideline, off the left post. So he's 2 for 4 on extra points is Haddix. So minute 36 left to go here in this half. 26-0. Tigers over our Wolverines. Lions. Did I say?
You're thinking 2 weeks back.
Yeah,
Lions,
Beaver Falls,
Lions.
Tigers, Lions. There's so many
Close
animals
location.
in the Beaver County.
Tigers, Lions, Bears, oh my.
Yeah, okay. New Brighton is ahead.
New Brighton Lions.
New Brighton Lions.
I tell you what, though, the Lions are surprising me. I thought they were going to come out 3 wide, 4 wide, and just throw. Here we are. We got 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns now?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
surprising me.
So, I think it might be one of them things right now. Coach Lemenda's like, let's get this half over. Let's go in.
Reassess,
Let's
make
regroup,
our adjustments.
Make our adjustments. Don't let anything silly happen in this last minute and a half.
Right.
We got Lutz and Ashton Wilson back there. High end over end kick. Bounces there taken by Carter about the 18-yard line. Met and hit hard there at about the 31. So give him 14 on that return. That was number 28. Stoffen again. The kid's a wild man on special teams, is he not? How many tackles has he had on special teams here tonight? So 1st and 10 Wolverines, ball on the 32-yard line. So under center comes Gibbons. Behind him is Tyler Powell. Hand off to Tyler. Shifts his way to the left. Rolls his way forward. Going to be a 2nd and 5 for the Wolverines. Looked a lot like the play that they scored on last week that Tyler had the long run on. He just was able to get through that second wave.
He is one cut away from all these.
Yeah, but like you said, if you watch their safety,
He's zeroing.
That's all
He's
he's
just
doing.
sitting back
Where-
watching
where-
where he
where
goes,
Tyler's
makes a
going,
choice,
that's
goes
where
to it,
he's
and
going.
attacks it.
So under center, Gibbons, wide out to the left, one to the right, hand off to Powell. Oh, up the middle there, makes the first man miss, taken in behind by number 56, Matt Jackson. Not after running enough yardage for a first down, ball on the 41-yard line. So
Now you're starting to hurry up because now you're
yeah,
at
we're
that
at 44 seconds,
yard line.
and we have 2 timeouts remaining.
Right.
Correct?
You got a
Okay.
couple opportunities here. Just busted coverage
Yep.
or
Yep.
missed tackle. You
Yep.
never know.
But got to give them time to get the ball down there because you got about 6 men on the line right
Right.
now. Tyler over that left side. Goes that head down. Keeps it going is Tyler Powell. So he stopped. He's down. A little slow. Yep, bounce up is Tyler Powell after the 12-yard run. Timeout there by the Wolverines. So nice hard running there by Tyler Powell. Bounced off what would be the first 2 tacklers to get himself another 7 yards on that play. So 24 seconds. This is where we stand. We got 24 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Ball on the 42-yard line. The Wolverines just used a timeout, so they have 1 timeout remaining. Don't forget, incomplete pass stops the clock. Ball goes out of bounds, stops the clock.
I think at this point you're hoping for like that same play. If you're going to run it or draw, you're going to hope for a missed tackle or somebody just not getting to their block. I think more importantly here, I think with 24 seconds left, you're at the 42, 43-yard line. You're going to have to throw at some point.
Yeah, I think
you
you're
have
to. I mean, let's Gibbons, a junior. He's been in these situations before. Let's let him see what he can do. You got young receiving core out there. You got Peyton O'Brien out there. Number 16.
So you got 18,
18.
9, and 14 on
Kreiser.
this side.
Back to pass. Rolling out to his right. He's being chased hard. Gibbons throws the ball. He was running for his life. Big
Right.
number 5 there. Rocco Bately, 6'3", 210 pounds. And if he's 210 pounds, that's a big 210. I'm just going to say it that way. But ball falls incomplete. Lost 4 seconds on the play. 2nd and 10. He just really came in, and I think we're going to see that here in these next series of plays. New Brighton sending more men than they can block,
Right.
and men from different positions.
I'm hoping for a quick little like screenplay like we saw against Sarah Catholic, what they
we
did
could
against
do
us.
that. We could do that.
Here's that
Back
dump.
to pass. Number
Yep,
9's there
across
in
the
the
middle. Number 9. First
There it is,
down.
first down to the 31-yard line. That was taken there by Peyton O'Brien. So nice catch for Peyton. He just kind of settled right in there.
Yeah.
And I think Gibbons was looking downfield and just wasn't really anything there. So took the safe pass there to Peyton. So pickup of, what'd you give him there, 11?
Yep, 11 in the first down, and then right after that, the Wolverines took their final timeout.
Final timeout. 11 seconds left to go here. What are we doing down here?
All the ref is doing, he's showing. Naturally, they have to show that there's no timeouts for the Wolverines, so they point the sideline and they show like an incomplete sign. That means that there are no more timeouts for the Wolverines, even though the scoreboard says 1. Now it says 0.
I think we got a different score operator tonight. It's just not as quick
Possibly.
as it usually is.
Possibly.
All right.
Maybe he's thinking about tomorrow college football,
Could be.
week number 2.
Hey, did you see there was the anniversary this week of Appalachian State
Oh,
taking
you
down
had to say
Michigan?
it.
I think I even.
You had to say
I'm not
it.
real Facebook savvy. Back to pass. Gibbons. Got down the right side.
Ooh.
Ball's it hit the ground. Almost intercepted. It was off of O'Brien's hands, and number 9 had a bead on it, and kind of caught the ball on the ground. And we got to be glad he did, or that'd be another touchdown. If you missed what I referenced to earlier, I'm not Facebook savvy, but I saw the anniversary. I think it was 11 years ago that Appalachian State beat. What were they ranked at the time?
I'm just going to
Michigan?
keep looking forward.
I think they were pretty high in the whole country.
Number 5.
Number 5, yes.
But
yes.
that was the year Rich Rodriguez was coach. They went 3-9. They didn't deserve to be ranked 5th.
Okay, but Appalachian State still beat them. In Michigan, I think it was.
Yes.
Okay, we're all cleared up on that. 6 seconds left to go. Gibbons, hand
Here
off
we
there.
go. Trickery.
To Ashton Wilson looking to the right. Nothing there. Down he goes to the 30-yard line. Clock strike 0. We're at halftime here, Helling Stadium. The New Brighton Lions are leading our Wolverines 26-0. We're going to take a short break here.
Yeah, I would say last little thing before we go to our short little break. It definitely looked like a trick play right there. It looked like Ashton was going to come across, and he was looking like he was going to pass it down. We've seen that play several times, a couple, 4 or 5 past years, but unfortunately nothing happened there. So that is halftime. Lions leading 26-0. We'll watch the bands here. We'll watch New Brighton and then Ellwood City.
All right, we'll be right back. Thank you.
How are you doing? Good. This looks like awesome. Oh yeah. I didn't realize you didn't play by play there. I watched that whole ball game.
What's that?
The whole game.
Okay, yeah.
Good to see it. How you doing?
Well, he just made fun of me in Michigan on the air, so that's kind of cool. Because it was the anniversary last week of
Appalachian State.
yeah, he had to say something about it.
I just actually saw Anthony put us out.
Okay.
I said, their name still stinks. And I saw his dad. His dad's the one who played that game.
Right.
Yeah. I said, how you doing? You struggle with the team. Wait till we play your real team.
I tell you what, though, when I was watching that game, I was like, oh, this is a big barn burner for big barn burner for Notre Dame. And then all of a sudden, they were just bragging. I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
If you're an opponent at Notre Dame, you got to think of yourself. You got some weaknesses. Oh, yeah. You know what's so freaking ironic? We just hired 2 guys. I went to a Beer Falls story. I have worked with 2 Ohio State fans. Well, one to begin with, we just hired another one. Seriously, come on. So now I have another reason to watch them lose.
Right.
Wait till they play.
It's going to be an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be a pushover.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a race, but it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park. Should be no such thing. I know.
My niece is in the band. I'd be where I belong. Trying to get the big one here. Yeah. They may do it in the future. Which, okay, that's fine. Right? This is from last night. The lower this one. They would
right, guys, coming back to halftime score. The halftime score is 26-0. New Brighton Lions. We're going to get this right. We're going to get this right. We are going to get this right. We see we have a couple of haters out there, shall we say. No, we like it. We like it. We like when people tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. We try to correct it as best as we can. New Brighton Lions, 26-0. We do have some halftime stats for you. Some halftime stats up on your screen. Sorry, check that. Halftime stats. 26-0 New Brighton. Total yards, 126-103 for New Brighton. Rushing yards, 80-56 for New Brighton. Passing yards, almost even, 46-47. First downs, 10-6 for New Brighton. Ellwood City had that one turnover that led to a touchdown. Penalties, pretty nice penalty-less first half. 1 for 5 for New Brighton. Ellwood City technically had 2, but one was declined, or the one was offsetting or whatnot, so 1 for 15. Time of possession's pretty even as well. Halftime performers for you. Running back, check that. Quarterback, Jackson Hall, was 4 for 5 for 46 yards and a touchdown. Rushing-wise, Tyler Powell, coming off of that big game last week, 15 carries, 60 yards. Receiving-wise, New Brighton, Mandel Irving, 2 receptions, 27 yards. And then, obviously, defense-wise, Storm Chambers, that middle linebacker, putting up numbers like Colton Cunningham of last year. 8 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss. So there's your halftime stats and halftime performers. Let's go right to the out-of-town scores. We got some really good halftime scores. Neshannock is up on Mohawk at halftime, 13-3. We said this was going to be a good 4A game. South Fayette is up 23-7 at halftime over Newcastle. How about Freedom? Freedom's up 17-7 on Riverside at halftime. Burgettstown. We said that Burgettstown was possibly going to be that team that surprises a lot of other people. Burgettstown played very well last year and surprised a lot of people, but sure enough, they're right back at it again. Burgettstown up at halftime, 28-0 over Fort Cherry. Stowe Rocks is up on Union, 27-8 at halftime. How about this one? Central Valley. Central Valley has intercepted Beaver Falls 3 times in the first half. Central Valley, we said this was going to be a good one. I think we can finally say Central Valley's for real. 7-0 at halftime over Beaver Falls. And then finally, Avonworth just pounding Steel Valley. Steel Valley has been a really good team recently, and unfortunately, Avonworth is up 24-0 over the Steel Valley Ironmen. So there's your out-of-town scores so far. We'll keep you updated in the final remarks, final halftime, or final stats, final performers, and in our out-of-town finals at the end of the game. We'll try and keep it short and to the point. As you can see right now, the Wolverines are coming to the sideline. We're about a minute or 2 away from kickoff for the second half. I'm going to take a little break, and Thad Sturgeon will be ready to go, and he'll take back over. So at halftime, 26-0, New Brighton Lions.
Welcome back, folks. We're ready here to start the second half. The New Brighton Lions. I apologize to all in New Brighton that are listening. I called you the Tigers a couple times, and that was not a cool thing to do. So, New Brighton Lions. So, hey, we do thank you for listening down there in New Brighton. I saw there we had it out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all that stuff, that we'd be broadcasting the game tonight. We broadcast all the games here at ecwolverines.com. Kickoff here, Ellwood City going to be receiving the ball. Thank you to the bands for the halftime show and producer Brad Windhorst with the halftime stats. My name is Thad Sturgeon. And here we go with the start of the second half. Run up in the kick. High end over end kick. Taken there by upman Storm Chambers at the 24-yard line. Makes a couple of man's miss. Nice return up there to the 38-yard line. So Wolverines, you saw the halftime stats there in Brad's report. Some big plays there, got them behind. They turned the ball over, and New Brighton was quickly to score on them. So Wolverines coming out here in this second half wanting to get something going. So up under center is Gibbons. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff there, Tyler Powell. That's really the workhorse of the evening. He's carried the ball a bunch of times. Pick up probably 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. So stopped there by number 28, Noah Stoffen. He's going to have a lot of tackles here by the end of the night.
Yeah, not only on the special teams, but also on the second half here. I have a feeling a lot of inside, outside runs can come his way.
Right. So under center is Gibbons. Handoff there to Tyler Powell, weaving his way through, taken down there nicely.
I believe number 55.
I believe that was 55, Alex Mittner. So Tyler Powell, we're going to give him 2 on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. So Rodney Grimes out over the ball. Moving things around here. Spat a 4, short side right. To the left. Back is Gibbons. Looking for that quick pass. He's hit hard. Hit hard. He was able to get the pass away. But number 1, Asanu Green, the junior, 6'2", 230 pounds, kind of all over the field, was there up in his face for Gibbons to really just could not get the ball with any air underneath it. So bringing up a 4th down and 5. I'm sure it's just the Wolverines wanted to come out and try to get something going, and was unable to do so.
It looked promising to start off, but unfortunately it didn't end very well.
So punt returns for New Brighton have been really good tonight. There's a kick taken there by number 9 at the 15-yard line. 25, 30, 35. Falls his way up there to the 38-yard line. Taken down there by number 14, Ashton Wilson. So number 9, Francona, with that return, brings the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, New Brighton. Their first possession of the second half. It's a shotgun. Quick pass out there. Cut there by number 9, Francona. Positive yardage on the play. I think they're going to give him a 1st down. Depending on, moving the chains. 1st down pass play there, connection between Jackson to Francona. Ball now on the 46-yard line. And the shotgun is back. Quick pass out there. Number 3. Almost could have been a block in the back here by number 10. Irving with the catch. The quick pitch out there and the catch. Jackson Hall's pass. What was his halftime stats, Hall? I missed them. He didn't pass a lot, but he was pretty
didn't pass a lot. But I tell you what, the 2 players that caught the 2 passes so far in the second half, those are the only 2 wide receivers, number 9, number 3.
Right. Bringing up a 2nd and 4. Ball resting on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they only threw for 47 yards in that first half.
Muff snap there with number 1 of the Green. Up, spins his way forward up to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a third, and we're going to call it a short 2. So Brighton coming out here, just kind of running the ball, and then a couple passes. They've not really tried. They tried stretching the field one time, and the ball fell incomplete. But I thought we'd see more of that. Them trying to do that here this evening.
I think from here on out, you're only going to see passes when needed.
Yeah.
When needed.
We got 3rd and 1. And around there, jet sweep for number 3. Stretching him out there. He got the edge and more. Up to just about the 25-yard line. Pick up of, 12 on the play. Just found his way just around there. And Carter Lutz up there for getting him out of bounds. So that's a 1st and 10, new set of downs for New Brighton. Ball on the 29-yard line. Back to pass, going down deep. There's a touchdown. That's the connection we knew we were going to see tonight. Francona on the 29-yard touchdown pass, and I'm not sure what was prettier, the pass or the catch, because it was just right there. So Jackson Hall on the 29-yard pass to Jake Francona. Just man on man, and went out there, and he had time to throw the ball, and a beautiful pass ball out there for New Brighton. Extra point forthcoming, and it is high and no good. So 32-0 here, New Brighton leading our Ellwood City Wolverines. So I'm sure that's not, anything that we really want to see happen. Come out there, take that first drive, and come down the field, and you just kind of feel the energy. Just
one thing I know for a fact, New Brighton's definitely got to work on is PATs.
Well, yes, we've seen that. They're 2 for 5 tonight.
Yeah.
But the 2 he made looked really good.
Yeah, the 2 he made looked good.
He's getting the job done that way. So we're 32-0, 8:43 left to go.
Yeah, you're right, though. Unfortunately, this is not the start that you would want.
We're coming out in that third quarter. You're down by 4 scores, and you want to get something rolling. The offense just didn't make it happen. So, with the run-up and the kick. Taken there, a knee. One of the up men got the ball. That was Spadafora. Just falls on the ball there at the 32-yard line. So Wolverines trying again here on this 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. Check out all the other sports actions at ecwolverines.com. Did I see there the girls volleyball team is 3-0?
They do.
Starting off here this season.
3-0, and then
they did lose to Beaver here just in the last couple of days, and Beaver was loaded up from what I understand. So I formation to the one left, right. Gibbons back to pass, looking deep down. There's that dump pass to Storm. Nice open field tackle there by number 9, Jake Francona, coming up and holding that pass play to minimal gain. A positive yardage on the play, pickup of 3, going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
The other team that we got to talk about is the boys golf team. They're starting off like crazy. They're 8-1 if I'm correct, and also on top of it, if I'm correct, senior Brock Barut had a hole-in-one.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks to Coach Barry for tweeting that out. We always like to see those stuff, and we also
2nd
like to retweet
7.
it.
Gibbons under pressure. That little ball falls incomplete.
Trying to set up a screenplay there. Unfortunately, too much traffic.
A lot of traffic. I think he was trying to throw to Tyler Powell on that play.
Yeah.
But never really materialized. So we got 3rd and 7. Ball on just short of the 35-yard line. So spreading them out here are the Wolverines. 3 wide outs to the left. Little breeze picking up here. Nice cool in the air. We're going to have to think about this one. Timeout for the Wolverines. And we'll just take one, too. We'll be right back. 7:53 left to go. Welcome back, folks. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 7. Gibbons back to pass. Oh, boy. Hey, he got up. Ashton's still going. He's on that left side, the 50, the 40, the 35. Big play there by Ashton Wilson, and a heads-up play at that. Kind of that dump pass out there to the left, and kind of caught everybody off guard, and what looked like he was going to be down.
I think he actually stayed up. It's close.
He did.
It's close, but it looks like
close.
He stayed up.
The big-time play there takes the ball all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was a 33-yard pass.
So 33-yard catch and go.
I mean, granted, it was only
about a 10-yard pass with a 20-yard run afterwards.
Right.
Good heads-up run in there by Ashton after the catch. Here's a handoff to Tyler Powell over that left side. Not much running room there on this 1st down. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play. So Gibbons under center. Back to pass. Dump out there to Storm. Chambers. Not much gain on that play. Kind of maybe going to that well too many times now. We've seen it that worked last week, a couple of times this week. You kind of got a linebacker out there waiting for that play now.
Yeah, I went and said I'm kind of waiting for that down the field pass, and unfortunately we haven't seen it just yet, but I have a feeling it's got to come sooner than later.
Yeah, because just watching the replay here, they were coming up. I mean, maybe they are setting them up. Set these guys up. We'll run that formation. Let Storm come out there again. Maybe we'll find Spadafora, O'Brien on this 3rd and 8. Need a 1st down here. 3rd and 8. Back to pass Gibbons. He's going to be hit from behind and brought down by number 14, Parker Kaufman. He just came around that end and just gave pursuit the whole way and did not stop. So, 4th and 8, 6 minutes left to go here.
No choice. No choice here. You got to go.
Yep, you're 1 score away from being mercied. You might as well.
Oh, yeah. No, from here on out, you're 4-down territory unless it's
outside of your.
Yep.
You're in your own territory. So, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Back is Gibbons. He has some time. Scrambles to the left. Firing down the field into the concession stand area. So, he was under heavy pursuit again. We have injured player on the field for the Wolverines, Tyler Powell, sitting up in right now. Wait to see what that is. So, want to take a break here?
Yeah,
Brad?
we'll take a
While
we'll take
we're
a
on
break.
this.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by EllwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Ellwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Ellwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Getting up on his own power, Tyler Powell.
We talked about nicknames
Yeah.
last week.
And
Power.
Powers.
Power,
Just,
Powell.
My tongue's
Powell.
not fast enough for something like that. I can't say that fast. But good to see Tyler up, off. He'll have to sit out this play. Appears to be okay on the sidelines there. So, New Brighton ball.
There you go, buddy.
Up the middle is number 7. Pinballing around there. Pick up about 7 on the play. That was Deshaun Harmon. And he had a bulk of the carries for this team in the last 2 games, did he not?
He did.
But tonight they brought in Green. So gonna pick up a 6 on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Ball on a 41-yard line. 5 minutes to go on this clock here from Helling Stadium. Quick pass out there to the right flat. Number 6 does the shake and bake. Makes the first couple guys miss. Up there, not sure who we give the Storm Chambers on that tackle, Brad. Moving around there, but positive yardage on the play. Pickup of 6. That's enough for a New Brighton first down.
I want to do a quick little shout out to the Ellwood City student section. They had a little poll there between 2 different things, and they came out to be the construction night. Construction night for the Ellwood City student section. So if you see that lime green and lime orange.
There's a handoff.
There we go.
Taken down
2nd and 9.
by number 28. Sammy DiCaprio with the tackle. Sammy checking in there on that line. Just about 1 yard gain on that play. DiCaprio, just a junior here. Would have got a lot of playing time last year. Broke his collarbone early off in the season. But 3-sport athlete. You'll see him on the basketball court and baseball diamond. Scrumming around there to the right. Got some running room. Pushed out of bounds there.
By number 6, Ryan Gibbons.
9. Peyton.
Or sorry,
Peyton O'Brien.
Sorry, number 9.
Peyton O'Brien. You're dyslexic upside down. So, Peyton O'Brien pushing Jackson Hall out of bounds. So, 3rd down, and we're going to call it 5-6 here for the Lions of New Brighton. I haven't messed up this half yet. I don't know why I did that.
You may have spoke too soon.
I know. I'm calling them New Brighton the rest of the way. I do apologize, folks. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. There's a handoff up the middle, and Powell moves forward.
Looks like it's going to be.
I think we're going to be
Yeah,
short
it's going to
of
be 4th down by 1
first
yard.
Down. Going to be 4th and 1. The ball carrier there, was that number 7 again?
Yep.
Deshaun Harmon. Seeing a little more of him carrying the ball here on this drive. So going to bring up a long 4th, and we're just going to call it 4th and 2 for New Brighton. So Powell's running back up into sidelines here. Talking to Javon Moody on this 4th and 2 handoff.
There we go.
Up. I don't think he's got it. I think they stopped him, Brad. see the spot, but I think he's going to come up short.
Yeah, from both sides it looks short by a
Sean
half
Harmon
yard.
in there to run the ball. Was that Noah Bunny in there?
I believe
plugging
so.
that up. Let's give Vrabel, I think, some credit, too, for being up in there. So good stop there for the Wolverines defense. So, yeah, Noah Bunny had him from behind, dragging him backwards, not going to let it happen. So nice stop there for the Wolverines on that 4th down. 2:46 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. The Wolverines trailing the Lions of New Brighton 32-0. Nice crowd from New Brighton. They didn't have far to travel, come up here, but on the opposing side there, nice crowd for New Brighton following their team. So Gibbons, Anderson, handoff there. Is that Tyler Powell back in?
Back to Tyler Powell.
Not much gain there on the play. So Nasana Green with the stop. No gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Coming up to the line is Gibbons in that shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Oh, delayed handoff. He should have kept it. Tyler just had nowhere to run. He got the ball, and that was what, number 5. Rocco Bately, 6'3", 210-pound senior, was there to meet him. Ought to be glad that ball was not fumbled because he was there to get the handoff with him.
There's one of those plays where when they have that running back hitting that ball, you want to try and rip through, try to knock it through, but he did get through that line.
He got through really fast.
Busted it real fast.
So 3rd and 14, ball on Ellwood City's 39-yard line after the 4th down stop. Gibbons in the shotgun. Back to pass. Got Powell out there on the flat at the 35, 40, 50. He's going to be right there.
Ooh, it looks like they're going to give him a nice spot.
I think he's going to get it.
I think they're going to give him a nice spot.
Yep, that was a good spot. And give Tyler credit. He kind of knew where he needed to get to and get as much as he can. And no measurement needed. They're going to give him the 1st down. So 1st and 10, Wolverines now entering into Lion territory. So 52 seconds left to go here. Gibbons handoff Tyler, no room, gang tackled there. There were 6 white jerseys around him before he got to the line, before he even got to the line of scrimmage. So that, we're going to have to get one more play off here before the end of the 3rd quarter.
Again, once again, a fast-moving 3rd quarter.
It was. On the 2nd and 12. Handoff there to Powell on that right side. Bottled up there quickly. Number 56 and 22 is in there. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. New Brighton Lions 32. Ellwood City 0. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter. Welcome back here, folks. 3rd and 10 as we start this fourth quarter. Ellwood City has the ball on the New Brighton 46-yard line. Back to passes. Gibbons got a little time there. A little too high there for young Carter Lutz on that pass out to the flat. So ball falls incomplete, stopping the clock, 11:56. Going to be 4th down and 10 for the Wolverines. I think we're going to come out here and see a punt situation. So punt unit is on. Well, we have this quick break. Thursday night dinners, a tradition that's been going on here with the Ellwood City football team for a long time, a lot of years. Last night, the Ellwood City Wolves Club made the meal for the guys. I'm assuming they were over here in the park at their pavilion, and just a wonderful night. Here's the run up and the kick from Gibbons.
Good kick.
High end over kick. That's good. Really good kick, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be New Brighton Lions football from their own 20-yard line. So a shout-out and a thank you to the Ellwood City Wolves Club for making a dinner for all the players, 31 players, all the coaches, and some parents there to help serve the food as well. So shout-out and a thank you to them, and we'll find out who's doing next week, and we'll let you know then who that is too.
That was a good punt by Ryan Gibbons. Went with the roll. It was 46 yards. Unfortunately, nets 26. But no return.
No return, and we've had, one return 72 yards for a touchdown, and another one returned about 40 yards to midfield to set
Special
up a touchdown.
Teams.
So, New Brighton ball, leading 32-0. New quarterback in there, and new running back too. That was number 11, Gabe Haddix at quarterback.
I think number 19
was the ball carrier. Tyler Davis, 5'8", 150-pound junior.
Looks like both teams have done a couple substitutions here and there.
I think we're seeing some of that happening here now at this point in the game. You see Anthony Teolis there in the sidelines getting ready to next man up to come in. Quick pass out there to number 19 again. Ridden down, taken tackle.
Number 28?
Yes, 28,
yep.
Sammy DiCaprio out there with the tackle for no gain on that play. Good heads-up play there by Sammy, kind of staying at home and seeing that guy coming out of the backfield with that catch.
Who was the quarterback that they subbed in there?
Gabe Haddix, number 11.
Number 11, thank you. I appreciate it. Always when they have these subs, I'm always one step a little bit behind.
Brad also is our statistician, so he's got his little iPad thing going here trying to keep all the stats right. Back to passes. Gabe being chased there. Ball's thrown up, almost intercepted. There was pressure put on in the backfield by number 74, Rodney Grimes. Was kind of climbing up the back of Gabe Haddix there, and he was under duress, threw the ball, and I think there was Ashton Wilson was in there in the vicinity, and irregardless, the ball falls incomplete. So that's a 4th down play now for New Brighton.
Number 22, Williams. Done all the punting tonight.
With Ashton back, only one back on this play, so. There's a high, long kick. Gonna stop there at the 48-yard line. So that was a
27-yard punt.
27-yard punt there. Ellwood City taking over inside Lion territory.
Yeah. So let's break the score. Let's get something going here.
Get something going. I don't think the road's getting any easier as we have the Shannick Lancers coming in next week.
Shannick will be a tough one.
So pretty high-powered offense.
And then if
there
I'm correct,
as
after
well.
Shannick, then we can make a nice journey down to Freedom for a 7:30 game.
So Wolverines now. Ashton Wilson in at quarterback, under center. Handoff there, hit in the backfield for a 2-yard loss was Carter Lutz. Number 7, initial pursuit there, Deshaun Harmon. taking him down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Now going to be ball resting right at midfield. So our live stream is offline, I think. They're back. So
Every once in a while it drops.
we'll get a drop.
There's enough traffic on Verizon here.
Ashton handoff there to Carter Lutz. Full steam ahead forward. Gets about back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Met there at the bottom of the pile. Big man number 77, Trent Porter. He's just a sophomore. 5'11", tipping the scale at 300 pounds. That's a big man.
You're eating a lot of Campbell's there.
Yes. I see what
For
you
good
did
measure.
there. I see what you did there. Wow. So it's a blowout. What are we going to talk about? so 9 minutes left to go here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right is we're going to talk about this.
I believe timeout for
Timeout
Ellwood
for
City.
Ellwood City. So that is their first timeout here.
Check that second, actually.
Second timeout?
Yep, second timeout.
Second timeout in this half. So road ahead, Neshannock, home night, home game. You know, hopefully we can
Cheer night.
get cheer night. Hopefully we got some nice weather and just encourage. You know, we're glad you're listening to ecwolverines.com on our YouTube channel. But coming out to the game, we'd love to see you. Beautiful night tonight, and hopefully next week will be the same. I don't think we're going to get any ramifications from the hurricane, so it'll be long gone and out of here. Won't have to worry about that.
I've never, like I said, we've been doing this for several years now. I've never seen a great, any greater start to a football season.
Weather-wise.
Weather-wise.
Yes.
Beautiful weather.
Yes. So got a new cameraman tonight, Dakota Marshall. We want to thank Dakota for coming up here. We'll see him again next week and for the next 6 weeks after, if he knows it or not. He's our new cameraman for life. So Wilson, back to pass, rolling to the right.
There it is, wide open.
Wide open to Storm Chambers, making his first man, dragging a man. Going to depend upon the spot on that 3rd and 10. Wait to see what they give him.
The judge on this side waved him on. This judge waved him on.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep, we got a first down. So that's kind of that out of the backfield. Storm comes out of that backfield. We've seen him do that a number of times so far in this early season.
I think we got another sub. Number 50's coming out, Vrabel.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball on the 37-yard line. Spatafour's down here to the left. To the right. Wilson handoff there. Carter Lutz, I believe that was. Driving forward. Mr. Campbell was there to meet him. 5'10", 300 pounds of him to take Carter down after about a 2-yard gain. So Anthony Baird was in on that play, checked out. So 2nd and 8. Ball on the 35-yard line. Wilson. And a handoff there to Carter Lutz again. Not much running room there for Carter. Pickup of about 2 again on that play. Just kind of falling forward right now. So going to bring up a 3rd and we're going to say 6 for the Wolverines. 7:40 to go here in this 4th quarter. Wilson under center. Back to pass. Under heavy pressure. Hit there in the backfield. Fell his way forward. Made something out of nothing there. Got past the line of scrimmage. 4th down, but that could have been about an 8-yard loss. And young Ashton made his way, weaved his way through there. We've seen him do that. That's the 2nd time tonight. Pretty good at keeping his knees off the ground.
Yeah.
You know, he just kind of falls his way forward there.
He had Storm Chambers out in that flank, but he just did not have enough time in the backfield. But he improvised. He improvised.
Some pretty tall guys there from New Brighton up in his face. Pretty hard to throw over them. So 4th and 5 here. Ball on the 32-yard line. Kind of a fake pitch and out there to Carter Lutz. Nothing really going on there. Gibbons kind of fake pitched it to the left and then went back to Carter Lutz on the right. Ball over on downs. Did not gain enough to get a first down. So 6:28 left to go here. Possession change. The Lions will be taking over from their 32-yard line. We have a timeout taken now by New Brighton. Their first of this half.
Definitely taking a timeout for substitutions. They're going to be subbing in a lot of their
would think so.
Offensive players. They probably want to talk to them a little bit and say, hey, just keep the ball. Let's run it, run out this clock, and go home with minimal damage with injuries. And I'm not sure who New Brighton has next, but they're going to be walking in with a 3-0 record. They're going to have a lot of people in the Midwestern Conference looking at them now. We said that New Brighton would be good, but we didn't know how good. Well, you're sitting 3-0, 2-0 in conference play. You're doing something right.
Yes, they are. I mean, and we'll see here. Stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll have all the other conference and section scores and schools in the area. 1st and 10 here. That ball is on the 31-yard line. Handoff there. Big hole for the big man, number 21. Spin move, shake and bake, brings it all the way out to the 38-yard line. And that ball carrier, his number again was, Brad?
Number 21.
21, Eric Montanez. 10th grader out there making some people move, bowling some people over. Got 8 yards on the play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 2. There's a handoff, jet sweep around, cuts it back up as number 6. Got a flag on the play. He's got down to 50, the 40, the 35, 30. We got a flag back there, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. But hold the phone, Mabel. I think we got, this might be coming back.
Yep,
That's a holding. That's a holding against New Brighton. So take that score off the board. Number 6, Jason Adkins on that run. He kind of improvised there, too. I don't think he was designed to cut it back like that, and that may have been where the hold came in.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you see those...
Standing up for linemen everywhere. Sometimes when the running back is not
play
going where
like
you think he's going, and you're trying to push a guy away, that happens. So, 10-yard spot foul. So it's going to be back at the 30-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and
21.
Second and
2nd and looks like 12, right?
Yeah, 12. That like I said, it was a spot foul, and he was on down the field apparently where it happened. Am I correct in saying that, Brad?
Right.
2nd and 12. I think we need to talk about this. They didn't have the personnel they thought was out there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think we had 10 guys in the field. So timeout for New Brighton. Coming back from this timeout, 32-0, the Lions over our Wolverines.
We also want to give a shout out to New Brighton's student section. It looks like they had a whiteout, and they just did the typical LeBron James throw the chalk up in the air, so we had a little bit of smoke.
Back to pass. Got a man there, number 23, up in some open field. Dives his way forward. He's going to have enough for the first down. is Blake McKay on that pass out to the flat. And kind of came back against the grain, found himself a lane, dove his way forward. I beg your pardon, that's not enough for a first down. On the wrong line. So, going to bring up a third, and we're going to call it a short 2. There's the handoff. 21 around that right side. Slip us away, he does. Number 19 takes him down for the Wolverines. Braden Hendrickson from behind, but not after. Significant gain there of about 20 yards. That's enough for that first down for New Brighton. We got Antonio Perez, number 54 for the Wolverines, checking in. Number 62, tall Aaron Hobel. How tall is that kid? He's getting up there. Does he play basketball, Brett?
Who's that?
Aaron Hobel. He's just a freshman.
Yeah.
6'2", 180.
He's 6'2", yeah.
Long and lean. So, in the shotgun, man in motion. There's the handoff again. Hit there quickly by that Antonio Perez up underneath. Nice play getting in there. And credit number 55, Nick Bartnowski, in there too for helping bring down the New Brighton Lion runner. I still can't believe I did that for 2 quarters.
You got 3 minutes and 50-some seconds left.
I got to do. I can do it. I can do it. So, shotgun, back to pass, heavy pursuit, throws across his body to number 41. Ball falls incomplete. Damian McGee, the intended receiver, I don't want to say an ill-advised throw, but a difficult throw, throwing back across his body was Gabe Haddix. Ball falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 3:43 left to go. Bringing up a 3rd down and 10. So, in the shotgun, he's had it. Back, lobs the ball out there to number 21 on that 3rd down play. Got probably 4 yards on the play, pushed out of bounds. Braden Hendrickson in there encouraging him out of bounds. So this brings up a 4th down and 6, 3:37 left to go. Gabe Haddix, quarterback here in this last couple drives, in the shotgun. Deploys a man out to his left. Back to pass. Down the field he goes. Got his man, number 6 there. Down to the 10-yard line. Still stood up. He is down to the 8-yard line. Number 6, Jason Adkins, on that 3rd and 6 with a 34-yard pass play.
30 yards, yep.
30 yards. So taken down there. There's a host of Wolverines. Number 25, Brooklyn Toronto, is in on the play. So that's going to bring up, I think we're 1st and goal. Ball's just right there on that 10-yard line. Rolling out to his right. Haddix. Lob ball, passed it up there. There's his man, number 6, Jason Adkins, for the New Brighton Lions score. So, score and drive there. Just 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in this game. New Brighton marches down the field. That drive started on their, 30-yard line. So, 70-yard drive. Ate some time off that clock, probably about 4.5 minutes. Closing out this game. Mercy, mercy me. We're 38-0. So we're ready to attempt that extra point. They are, 2 for 5 on the night.
Right.
They're going to call. Oh, flag on the play. Illegal substitution. I think we had a lot of men on the field.
That's the problem when you start subbing players in, then you could try to keep the special teams to the first string guys, so that way
Yeah.
when you make that quick switch, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
That's how you get 13 guys on the field.
Right.
So they'll march the ball back 5 yards. So to attempt the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is down. That one is no good. It
looked good. It was actually not a bad
from
kick.
from our angle, but nonetheless, the guys in the stripes said it was no good, so it's no good. 38-0 in this game, and I think we're just kind of the point now. Let's get this thing over with.
Yeah, we'll take a short little break when this game is over. We'll just run right into the stats, final stats, and we'll get some out-of-town scores. We'll keep it brief and short. That way we keep ourselves moving. You can catch all the action of the replay of this game, the write-up after this game, some stats, everything, updated standings. We'll be keeping an eye on tomorrow's game between Shenango and Western Beaver. That's a huge one. Western Beaver's going to look to go 3-0 as well. Shenango's going to try and bounce back. So we'll see what happens here.
So
think
somebody else called a timeout this time.
I think Ellwood City took the timeout because I don't think anybody's truly said, or I'm not sure what's going on here. Obviously, it doesn't really impact the game. It's 2 minutes and 58 seconds left.
You know, as we sat there at the beginning of the season, Brad, we just thought, you know, hey, we got a young team. Man, let's hope, you know, in these first couple games. We knew Beaver Falls was going to be tough. We knew Sarah Catholic was going to be tough, but be a competitive game. We didn't know what New Brighton is. This is 2 years in a row now with New Brighton's come in, and they've impressed us more than what we thought.
If you look at New Brighton's history, they have over 500 wins as a school. They have been historically a really good team, and we've just been seeing that today.
Right. So taken there by one of the up men, number 77. So Levi Smith, our kicker. Good to see him out there. So
what a unique way to get your stat line.
Yeah, count it as a quarter. If the team can't score any points for extra points or kickoffs, he did get a kickoff to start the game.
Right.
No, Gibbons does that.
Yeah.
So good to see Levi Smith in there.
No tackles, no extra points, no kicks, but kick return. Go figure.
Count it. 2:19 here. Wilson under center. No, that's number 4. Nick Magnifico. No running room there.
Toronto.
For number 25, Brooklyn Toronto. Loss on the play. Loss of 3. Bring up a 2nd and 13. Is there a JV game tomorrow? I did not know. I'm assuming that there is. Be a New Brighton.
I believe so.
Under center, Magnifico. Hand off to Toronto. Hitting the backfield, falls his way forward. Picks up a couple yards. Not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. So we're going to give it to him. Be a 3rd and 10. But as I was saying, you were just kind of hoping to get young team to get a win, get some offense. Last week you kind of felt good about things. And really, the first drive of this game, boy, that looked good. Hey, we got 3 first downs. Then you get a turnover. Then you get a good punt return from the other team. Then you get a punt return for a touchdown. And then you're just in a hole and finding your way coming out of it. 51 seconds left to go. Magnifico handoff Toronto on that right side. Big number 77 there for the Lions is there to meet him. we're going to give Tyler Davis, number 19, credit for that tackle. So we're about a 1 second differential. Third down, so we are going to have to run a play to make it official. So on this 3rd and 10, back is Magnifico, hand off to Toronto. No gain on the play. That is going to conclude our game tonight with the New Brighton Lions defeating our Ellwood City Wolverines 38-0. Appreciate you listening to the game tonight. Just hang with us here for just a little bit. We'll get you some halftime stats, or no, some full game stats, as well as out-of-town scores.
All right, folks, coming back to final score from Helling Stadium. The New Brighton Lions defeat your Ellwood City Wolverines 38-0. Tough loss for the Wolverines. They saw some light there. They showed some decent play there, but unfortunately they show up on the wrong end of the scoreline. Some final stats here. Total offense, New Brighton, once again putting up big numbers. They outgained the Wolverines 287 to 172. Passing-wise was fairly close, actually. New Brighton with 158, Ellwood with 107. Rushing, New Brighton took that one with ease, 129 to 65. Turnovers, just that one for the Wolverines. However, that did lead to a touchdown. Penalty yards-wise, New Brighton 3 for 20, Ellwood 1 for 15. That was on the PAT. It was a personal foul that made the kickoff from the 45. Time of possession for the Wolverines, they outgained them by 7 minutes, 27-29 to 20-31. First downs-wise, 18-9. New Brighton doubled up the Wolverines on first downs. There is your team final stats. Individual stats, passing for the Wolverines. Ryan Gibbons, 8 for 16, 97 yards. Ashton Wilson, 1 for 1 for 10 yards. For the New Brighton Lions, Jackson Hall, 8 for 9, 102, and 2 touchdowns. Gabe Haddix, 5 for 7, 56 yards, and 1 touchdown. Rushing for the Wolverines, Tyler Powell coming off a good game. He put up 60 yards in the first half, only got 3 in the second. 22 carries, 63 yards for the Wolverines. Carter Lutz carried 6 times for 6 yards. New Brighton, number 1 guy, Green, 9 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Mandel Irving, number 3, 3 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown as well. Receiving-wise for the Wolverines, number 1 guy was Ashton Wilson, 3 receptions, 52 yards. Most of those yards came from that one play that he actually was able to keep himself up and run down the field for a good gain. Receiving for New Brighton, Jake Francona. We said that he would be the story of the night. He didn't put up the big numbers receiving-wise, but he did score 2 touchdowns. 4 catches, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also, Jason Adkins with that last touchdown there at the end of the game. 3 receptions, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. We'll also give Mandel Irving a shout-out. 3 catches, 33 yards for New Brighton. Defensively for New Brighton, Noah Steffen, number 28, carried the load. He had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Jake Francona added 6 of his own. And then for the Wolverines, Storm Chambers leading the way, 10 tackles. 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Peyton O'Brien coming in next with 5 tackles, adding to the defense for the Wolverines. So there are your final stats from this game. A commanding and dominant win for the New Brighton Lions, 38-0. Let's get some out-of-town scores here before we leave for the night. Some out-of-town scores. The Central Valley game, Beaver Falls game. Beaver Falls did get a 13-yard touchdown pass. They are in the late going there. If I'm correct, they're in the 4th quarter, mid-quarter. It is 7-6 Central Valley. The extra point was not good. What happened was Chase Thornton was hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct after he scored a touchdown and was ejected from the game. And on top of it, they threw a 15-yard penalty, made it a try that should only be from the 2-yard line from the 17, tack on 10, that's 27, add on 7. So that was a 34-yard PAT, and they missed it, and that may cost them. So 7-6 Central Valley right now in that game. Other scores, Burgettstown, huge win. 42-0 over Fort Cherry. Wasn't even close. Their running back, 11 carries, 107 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That one ends up in the Blue Devils' favor. Neshannock is just cruising by Mohawk. It's 27-3 in the early fourth quarter. That will be our next opponent is Neshannock. We have a halftime score. I know that the score is an hour behind, but Sarah Catholic, our opponent from last week, they were tied with the Southside Rams 14 apiece. If you're just tuning in or if you want to switch to your next game, definitely check in with 92.1 or check in with Beaver County Times. They're covering the Riverside Freedom game, and you've got a good one. It is 24-24 after a 32-yard run by Hunter Nolf for Riverside. So that is a really good one. And that's a big one because Riverside started off the year with Neshannock and lost a bad one. They're looking to bounce back and before they start digging themselves a hole, possibly going 0-2. But that one is tied 24 apiece. Let's see if we have any other scores here before we call it a night. South Fayette is starting to pull away from Newcastle. We said that was a really good matchup in the 4A classification. South Fayette is up in that one, 37-21. They're starting to finally pull away from Newcastle. Newcastle was trying to end their, I think, 4 or 5 year winless streak against South Fayette, but it looks like it's going to continue. End of third quarter from what we're getting was Stowe Rocks up over Union 35-8. We always want to talk about Wilmington. Wilmington finally went, the score went final. They won over Northwestern 42-14. Wasn't even a contest basically from the start. Let's see.
That was mercied at halftime.
Right. Do a little bit more research here. We'll refresh the page, see if we got any more scores. If we don't, we'll call it a night. You can always look out for any recaps or any updates on our website, www.ecwolverines. I do have a couple more updates. How about Beaver? Beaver has completely flipped recently. They had a lot of their skill players graduate the past couple years, and they're playing in a tough position there. They're playing Knock. Knock is usually not a very good team. They put up 42 on them. 42-7 Knock. And then also McGuffey. I have a feeling this McGuffey team is going to start becoming the talk in the 2A level. After what they did last week, the Clareton Bears, giving Clareton Bears their second loss. That is the first time the Clareton Bears start the season 0-2 since 2005. They come back, and they beat up on Fraser 55-20.
Wow.
So no doubt McGuffey is going to be a team to talk about at the 2A level. So we'll end it there. We'll get you all the recaps and final scores. Again, if you want to tune into a great show on your way home from Helling Stadium, if you got a far travel or just a short travel, 92.1, they always cover at least till 11 o'clock, if not later, all the scores around the WPL. All right. Now that Thad is done getting over his little cough here, we'll let Thad finish up.
Should be good to go. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. We'll be here next week at Helling Stadium at 6:45, preview the game against the Neshannock Lancers, talk about this game a little bit. Probably not spend a lot of time on that. But on behalf of our cameraman, Dakota Marshall, producer, Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we're going to sign off for this evening. We hope you enjoyed the game as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Take care. Have a great week. Good night.